Hey everyone, I'm here to share some updates that we've done recently on the GitLab DS Python package. For those of you who are not familiar with it, this is the main package that the data science team uses to prep, build, and score our machine learning models. And so it does a bunch of um, prep steps to kind of automate the process and make the work that we do a lot easier. We developed this 3.5 years ago, and it really hasn't undergone a huge revision since then. And so over the last month, we've kind of reconfigured it entirely to be more efficient, to add better functionality based on the types of tasks that we're doing, as well as kind of optimize things so things will run faster. If things air out, it'll be more explanatory in terms of what's going on. And also it's kind of a little more customizable. So a bunch of release notes here. And it's also a package on the you can download directly from pip. Um, and so kind of the main changes that this one does is how we evaluate models was kind of this big monolith where everything ran, whether you wanted it or not, is kind of a one size fits all approach. And the big change that we did is we totally reconfigured that, made it much more customizable so that now when we train models, um, we can make it much more customizable in terms of like what we're spitting out, what the model's spitting out. So here we can tell it to spit out a bunch of different types of plots and graphs, different types of metrics. We can add custom metrics. So we're really not limited to kind of the predetermined list of things that we wanted to look at before. And using some Claude insights, we're able to kind of make a lot of these graphs look a lot better, add some more visualizations to make it a little more clear what the model is doing, how the model is performing. And the other big change we did with this package is we added some additional kind of automation generation steps to make it easier to take a model from development and into production. So kind of a complete reconfiguration of the code or the configuration file that we use to score our models, where we used to have multiple different files that would do different things. One might dummy code, one might have snowflake parameters that it uses. And this kind of consolidates everything into one configuration file that gets auto-generated when we train a model. So that way we kind of have a single source of truth. When we want to put this model in production, we can just take this configuration file, apply it to our code, and it should just work. There's a bunch of other changes that we included in this. So feel free to read through the updates in the new release. There's kind of good stuff, but those are kind of the two main highlights to make it a lot more usable and user friendly.